Calvin.
Yes.
David Baker from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I want to welcome you to Canton, Ohio, where for the rest of the time, we want to thank you for all you've done for this great game.
Appreciate it.
You're going to get a bronze bust, okay? So you better make sure it's got that smile that you're smiling with right now.
And here he is, Calvin Johnson, Megatron, had defenses playing the Optimus Prime scheme. And Calvin, you know, a couple weeks ago, you were on the podcast, the Huddle and Flow podcast with Jim Trotter and I, and you said, well, I'm at this point now, it would really be heartbreaking if I didn't get in. Well, you got the knock. What was that like to be validated?
Oh, to get that validation, just a quick run down memory lane of all the accomplishments had, all of your teammates that helped you, get to this point, your family as well, and just, so thankful for the chance to be amongst such greats, but I mean, hats off to, the work that was done, like I said before, by obviously myself, but my team too. They played a huge part in it. I think the best thing for me was when I communicated with those guys. I think I talked to them the day before, because I didn't want it to get out. But I told those guys on the offensive line, most of the guys I have relationships with, we made it. We in there.
Calvin, when does a player of your ability start thinking about Hall of Fame?
Not until everybody else mentions it, really. I remember during my career, the first time I really think about it, guys say it all the time, oh, dude, that's Hall of Fame stuff, yada, yada, yada. But when Coach Caldwell said it one time in a team meeting, that's a Hall of Fame player. He was alluding to, I forget, something that was done in a game or practice, and that was really the first time you sit there and like, man, wouldn't that be nice?
Calvin, I remember your rookie year just watching you, and you just popped out of the screen, and I can't even imagine what it was like in high school, but something that's been bugging me for a while. In 2003, the Offensive Player of the Year in the state of Georgia was not you, but it was Sean McVay. How can you explain that?
Man, you know what? I can't explain it because I just heard about this for the first time, the year that Sean McVay went to become a head coach. I think that really was like big news at the time. So I didn't even know that, I didn't even realize that I was up for the offensive player in Georgia, because there's some hellacious players that came out around the same time as me. But, just Sean McVay, man, it's pretty funny how it ended up. But, cool. It's awesome, though, too, at the same time. He's a head coach in the NFL, and I was able to do my thing, both in Georgia. Georgia boy.
Hey, Calvin, you talked about your teammates with the Lions, but what about your teammates going into the Hall of Fame with you, this class of 2021? What type of brotherhood have you started? And just what about the overall greatness going into football heaven?
I mean, hands down, speechless. Just like, I guess, when Peyton Manning was getting voted on, there's nothing that needs to be said, Same with Charles Woodson, man. I had the fortune of playing him twice a year when he was in Green Bay. He got on my nerves, he's always jumping routes, very smart player. Well, very, very well deserving. Alan Faneca, I love my offensive linemen. I have great relationships with the guys that I played with here in Detroit, and I built a great one. I feel like that'll be going on for a long time with Alan. The time we got to spend together this weekend, him and his wife, man, really great guy. The vibes, man, we had, honestly, just beautiful. It's almost as if we've been together. We've known each other longer than this past weekend. John Lynch, it was just phenomenal. Those guys, I played with on Madden growing up myself, so to be, amongst and be in this class with those guys, is phenomenal.
Calvin, there are a lot of great numbers in your career over your 9 years. Number one in receiving yards, number one in receiving touchdowns, number one in multiple receiving touchdown games, number one in 200-yard games, number one in 100-yard games. But the number I have to bring up to you is 36. How often do you think about those 36 yards you missed out on to keep you from getting to 2,000?
It's all my fault. I'm sure I could look back on the season and be like, oh, there's a pass I should have caught. And that one alone is 36 yards or 2 or 3, So that's easily could have been had, just maybe for a couple of lapses of focus there. That could have easily been had that year.
Well, Calvin, congratulations, man. And again, we'll see you soon in Canton.
Crew are headed to Detroit to surprise one of the most decorated players in Lions franchise history.
It is a little past 8 o'clock, and it's cold here on the outskirts of Detroit here in Michigan. It's late, but it's never too late to change a life right here. Ready? Calvin.
Yes.
David Baker from the Pro Football HOF. Am I disturbing you? Come on out here. Step out here. Calvin, we got to do this outside.
Oh.
Okay.
I told my wife, I was like, who is at my door? I see a bunch of people out here. This is too much, man.
Hey, Calvin, we couldn't get everybody to the Super Bowl this year to knock on the door there. So we came to your house to knock on your door. And I want you to understand, for you and Brittany and for Calvin III, and who's your puppy here?
Willow.
Willow's the beautiful puppy, okay? And let's get Calvin III out here, too.
Come here, boy. Come here.
Come on, buddy.
Come here.
On behalf of everybody who loves this game and the Pro Football Hall of Fame, I want to welcome you to Canton, Ohio, where we want to guard your legacy and thank you for all you've done for this great game.
Appreciate it.
For all you're going to do for the game, and for all you've meant to the game. We are very serious about guarding your legacy there forever, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to get a bronze bust, a gold jacket, a Hall of Fame ring of excellence, and I'm told that bronze bust will last for 40,000 years, okay? So you better make sure it's got that smile that you're smiling with right now.
No, I got tears in my face. Overwhelmed with emotion right now. Excited. Dream come true. Like, for real. I can't even think of this happening any other way, going down any other way. Big surprise ever so far for me. I would probably be sleeping with a smile tonight. You know, it just makes you want to keep on living right and paying it forward, and good things happen like this, you know. Just keep stacking good days on top of good days, you know. It ain't always gonna be perfect, but as long as you're striving for perfection,